All right, smile, Abigail. We're doing a little project for education and it's called a loop.
Yes, that is the technical name.
It is. Yeah, it's a wrist loop.
So time period for this costume?
Joe was saying late 1800s, 1890.
Well, tell me, how many costume fittings will you do for this show, La Traviata?
Oh, what did we figure it was? 30, 40,
Well, at least 51, because that's.
yeah, at least 51 characters in the show.
And will some of the characters have more than one
Yes,
costume that has to
almost
be
all
fit?
the females have at least 2 fittings. Violetta has, of course, like 4 costumes.
So there are a lot of pieces to this particular costume.
Yeah, but she'll have shoes, stockings, petticoat, skirt, bodice, foundation garment, whatever that's going to be, you know, gloves, feather, fan, this hand here, yeah. I think that's what a lot of people don't realize. They think it's a costume. They don't think of it as 15 pieces have to go on you to make this costume. It's not just a dress and a skirt.
Yeah.
You know, you probably got a glass of champagne. You know.
So what preparation goes on before a costume fitting? Because obviously I see you have some things organized.
Well, yes, yeah. We try to get as organized, get one person's outfit together as much as possible so we don't have to go hunting for it.
And what tools do you usually have on hand for a costume fitting?
Well, we have a lot of safety pins to, if we need to, you know, tighten it in or mark a hem length or something. We have a lot of safety pins. We always have a seam ripper available and a pair of little scissors because, you know, a gentleman put on a pair of pants and it's too tight.
And how many costume fittings do you estimate you've done in your lifetime?
Oh, too many. More than 100,000 probably.
What happens if the costume is too big?
Well, there's only so much you can do. Many times when the costumes arrive that we've rented, there will be extras for just that reason, you know, in case we need to replace something or, you know, they're not quite sure if this is going to work. They will have sent a few extras.
So what would you say is the most common alterations that you do?
The most common alteration for women is the hem length. You know, it just depends on the shoes, how tall they are and how short they are. And it's the hem length on women. And on men, it usually is letting out trousers in the waist and hem lengths.
Are there any special rules that performers have to follow when they're in costume?
Well, we ask all of them, you know, to treat these costumes with care because they don't belong to us and we are renting them, and if anything happens, then we, of course, have to pay for the replacement of those costumes. So we ask them not to eat or drink anything while they're in their costume.
And so tell me, what's your favorite part of your job here, working in the wardrobe department?
Well, I enjoy seeing all the different kinds of costumes that come in. You know, all the different approaches to the opera. Sometimes they're very traditional, sometimes they're extremely avant-garde, you know. So you get to see a lot of different kinds of costumes.
That's great. Oh, here she
And
is.
here's my next fitting. Her second costume. That's pretty.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. This is the sound that no one likes to hear.
Oh. You're right. I don't like to hear that.
That's because it's a little snug and we need to let it out, and there's plenty in here to let it out. Most of the rental companies that we get costumes for, they build the costumes with extra in it. So if we need to let it out, we can.